What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Complex. We're 1 week away from the new season of sneaker shopping, but before that, I wanted to check in with you guys to show some recent pickups, some of my favorite sneakers that I've got in the last few months, walk through a little bit of the memorabilia we have here, some gifts that I've gotten from talent that was on the show, and more. Let's go. I want to make it clear that this isn't my current rotation. I feel like everyone knows my current rotation. Actually, John at Naval Chemist put together a whole infographic of the shoes that I wear the most. And if you guys watch the Complex Sneaker Show or sneaker shopping, you know that I like to recycle a lot of my favorite sneakers. So these are just some special pickups that I got recently that I wanted to highlight. First shoe that I really want to highlight, Joe Freshgoods New Balance 990 V4, the Outros. What I like about this, obviously the color scheme fits my whole aesthetic of wearing a lot of black, but I love like this Oreo looking colorway. These 990 V4s homage the year 1998. They tell the story of a lot of belly design cues, that famous XXL cover with Murder Inc. where Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX were on. A big year that Joe homaged in pop culture, music, hip hop, everything. I was fortunate to get a pair early, and I wore them for the Will Ferrell episode, the last episode of last season of sneaker shopping. This is just such great storytelling across 3 different colorways. Props to Joe Freshgoods on these 990 V4s. So New Year's Day, I was looking for a pair of sneakers to wear to dinner, and I wasn't sure what I was going to wear. I brought these 2019 Air Force Ones out of storage. I actually forgot that I had them. It was basically a GR, but the quality on these are amazing. The toe box has like this tumbled leather, and they really don't wrinkle as much as other Air Force Ones. A lot of times I would put Air Force Ones on, one wear, and the whole toe box is messed up. These really hold up. I've worn them like 5 times, even since New Year's Eve, and hopefully you'll get a shot to get a pair of these when they re-release. No crazy hype, but really good quality and just a classic Air Force One colorway. 2023 was a big year for the Air Max TN. We saw the Pata Barcelona ones that I wear a lot. I actually have a beat pair. Maybe I'll take a photo just to show how much I've been wearing those. But in terms of like top collaborations on the TN in 2023, I put this a Cold Wall Air Max collaboration right up there. I especially like this blue colorway. This is the more rare colorway of the 3. I think only 500 pairs were made and they only released overseas. Again, I love the black one. I wear it all the time, but this blue one really is a special pair. I think that it really stands out amongst all the TNs that dropped last year, even the collaborations. I think that the 3-pack that a Cold Wall did is one of the top of 2023. Obviously, you know that the Air Max 95 has probably been my favorite silhouette to wear over the past few years, and I was lucky in November to get these Lorenz OG Air Max 95 Netflix Top Boy collaboration. A lot of words, but a very special pair. Made for the cast of Top Boy, only 30 made, and then a few samples were left over, and I was very fortunate to get these. If you guys remember on the Complex Sneaker Show, when I was heading out to Complex Con Long Beach, I was waiting for a pair, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get them in time. They actually got to me the Saturday of Complex Con, so I could wear them on the Sneaker of the Year panel. It's my first woven Air Max 95, and I love how all the contrasting colors play together. The Air Max bubble, that's like this purple with the black base, a very special pair. Lorenz OG, I've been fortunate to work with him on a bunch of special makeups, but these really stick out to me, and it's a pair that I really like to add to the collection of Air Max 95s. Probably the pair that I'm most excited about are these Kobe 8 Pro Tros, the UConn Player Exclusive Edition. I got a chance to go back to UConn campus in November and speak to journalism classes, and then a few days later, maybe even a week later, these got announced. UConn is one of the 6 schools that are now Kobe schools, you know, the Mambasita Foundation, and these player exclusives were only made for the men's and women's basketball teams, and I somehow got a pair. Very thankful. Everyone always asks, do you wear all your shoes? And if you know me, you know that I wear most of my sneakers, but to me, these one day are going to go behind the glass in a man cave. You have Jonathan the Husky on the tongue, the Kobe logo, and with his signature. Being a UConn alum, visiting the school recently, going to the game, them being the national champions, all the factors. Really appreciative of getting this pair. It's one that I'm going to cherish. We also asked you guys to submit questions that you wanted me to answer, so we're going to get into some of those questions right now. You don't wear white Jordans, but what are your top 3 white Jordans of all time, and have you worn any of them? So I got a lot of questions about not wearing white sneakers. The short answer is I feel like predominantly white sneakers feel very bulky on my feet. White sneakers just isn't my thing. So I'm not going to give cookie cutter answers like the white cement 3. There was a year when I was in college and it was very tough to get Jordans. It was around 2002. I was at UConn, which I just talked about, and it was tough to get Jordans. And there was a lot of releases that to me were like such a great year for Air Jordan releases. Some that stick out, the Flint 9s. It was an Air Jordan, kind of like a forgotten Air Jordan, but I remember Caron Butler was wearing it on court. In college, you know that you don't have a lot of money to get these Jordan releases, so at the time I was working at Finish Line and I would have them hold them or see what I could do to scrounge money together. But the Flint Air Jordan 9s, one of my favorites. And actually when we filmed Dame Lillard at Index in Portland, they had a pair in my size that they gifted to me. So that's definitely an Air Jordan that I wore at UConn that I cherish. It's never been re-released. It's from 2002. Another one that I love, the Jordan 17 white and blue with the briefcase. Such a big moment. It was the first $200 Jordan, came in the briefcase with the CD. He was playing for the Wizards. That was another one where I don't know how I got the money together to get those shoes, but the white and blue 17, definitely in my top 3 of all white Jordans. A recent favorite, kind of a white-ish Jordan that I love is the Guava Ice Union Jordan 4 collaboration. I wore that on an episode of Sneaker Shopping with Fabulous, and I remember putting them on and it felt like they were super light to me in color, but it's definitely a colorway I love and I love that collaboration. So I put that as my third in my top 3 predominantly white Air Jordans. Next question comes from Benners26. Do you shop also when the guest does? Not all the time, actually very rare. There are some cases where I do change sneakers before the episode starts taping. Sometimes it does come when I'm shopping at these stores. One recent example, the Peso Pluma episode, the Drake Nocta Glides, I bought them like 10 minutes before the episode started taping and I wore them in that episode. So it happens rarely, but it does happen. You know, this set design is a collection of stuff that I've got in recent years filming Sneaker Shopping, and there's some really cool gifts I want to walk through. Right here in the kind of first locker, Erling Haaland gave me 2 jerseys and a signed box with the Sneaker Shopping logo. The box with his autograph, really, really special. Here, a gift from my director, Jose. Everyone knows that I'm a big 50 Cent G-Unit fanatic. I actually have a pair of men's size G-Unit sneakers, but these are the baby size. Next locker, one of my favorite shoots, Dennis Rodman. Another one in Miami, we filmed it at Flight Club, and he signed this t-shirt, kind of like a vintage-esque Dennis Rodman t-shirt. So much history. Then we have the Marcus Rashford ball from the intro when we filmed that in Manchester. Another pair, we had Fat Joe on the Complex Sneakers Show. One of the top 10 sneakers of 2023, his Terror Squad Air Force One, his awesome signature Fat Joe TS right there. And then going back to the Rodman episode, after we filmed that, it was such a high for the show, getting him as a guest and that episode going so well. I bought like 4 pairs of original Indestructs for me and the team, kind of celebrate such a great episode. Next locker, Canelo Alvarez signed boxing gloves, really cool gift to get. The moment that always sticks out to me is him buying that red Louis Vuitton Supreme hoodie, but he signed these gloves after the episode and he had a big fight that he ended up winning that week. Some of you may have seen these on my Instagram. This is the JLP shoe bag that I always travel with. You know, sometimes I bring 2 to 4 pairs, and these are the bags that come on the road with me. It's my initials, and it's a great bag to stow my trip rotation in, and you'll see them on my Instagram a bunch. The next locker, very, very special gifts. It was basically 2 Grail gets for the show. First, we have David Beckham. He signed a JLP 1-of-1 Inter Miami jersey, and he presented it to me at the end of the show. And more recently, Steph Curry signed a Curry 11 for me. Great gift. That locker, very special to me, obviously. David Beckham, Steph Curry, 2 really big gets for Sneaker Shopping. So the Aircast was a big episode for Sneaker Shopping, and when we went to South by Southwest and attended the screening, they gave out these promotional materials. There was a tote bag and there was a poster that I took off, a telephone pole, but really the standout item are these Phil Knight-esque Oakley glasses. They're not really Oakley, but such a cool promotional material. Ben Affleck, who plays Phil Knight in the movie, is wearing these glasses. Phil Knight has been known to wear big Oakley-esque glasses, so that being included in the promotional materials were really cool, and I'm happy that everyone who attended and myself got a pair of those. I walked you guys through some of the gifts that I collected over the past few seasons, but I'd be remiss not to bring up the best gift that I ever got. We did a gifting compilation on our social channels, and everyone seems to comment about the Macklemore Air Jordan 6 collaboration. When we filmed his closet in Seattle, he surprised me with this ultra rare collaboration. And besides it being such a great gift, a lot of the comments that I see on social is, oh, he probably sold them. And like I said in that episode, I told Macklemore, I looked him right in the eye, I said, I'll never sell them. Here they are. My size, 11 and a half. I told Macklemore I would never sell them, and I won't. Before we go, we are giving away 5 signed copies of the Complex Sneaker of the Year book. What we want you to do is like this video and comment your favorite moment in sneaker shopping history, and 5 lucky winners are going to get a signed Complex Sneaker of the Year book. All right, so this was just a little warm-up for the new season of sneaker shopping that debuts Monday, 10 a.m. on Complex's YouTube. Season 21 of sneaker shopping. Don't be late Monday. Thanks, everyone, for the support through the years. 2024 is going to be a great year.